Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
I feel like I should put a disclaimer before I drop this video that the comment section is for women supporting women. Because the last video, these men went feral. I've done a bunch of videos on here talking about hyper independence, being an alpha female, just the get shit done kind of girl. And I just saw a video on here saying that the reason why we are the way we are is a trauma response from being let down so much. And I'm like, no, we get let down so much, we just gotta handle it ourselves. So it's not a me problem, it's a you problem, but then I gotta fix the problem. And that in itself is a problem that we gotta handle. So to my alpha females, if you're having one of those days, when you wake up and you're like, can someone else handle something? Virtual high five.
Yeah, and don't forget about the cookies too. A virtual cookie for all of you alphas who can't go a single day without talking about men. Posting a single video without talking about men. But since we've borrowed this alpha crap from the animal kingdom, couple of things. All of you alphas seem to be single. And not all, but the majority of you alphas don't even have a single friend in your life. So going back to the animal kingdom, why don't you point me to a single alpha out there in the wilderness that is without a pack?
So, I have been single for so long that the cashier at Waitrose is asking me if I have a boyfriend. No, Beryl, I don't. Thank you for asking. It made me feel so much better that I had to say no.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Too bad they don't just sell boyfriends everywhere, so your cashier waitress could have given you one. And yes, I said give you one, not sell you one, cause at this point, probably everyone around you kind of feels sorry for you.
Body count, I have to say, does not matter because I have over 100 bodies.
20 years old, right?
Yes.
Over 100 at 20 years old. What a wonderful little angel. No, what I mean to say is, of course, body count doesn't matter. Once you reach 100, you count to 3 and then make a wish and it all goes away. Lucky for you, though, you went on a big podcast and you said that out loud. So now anyone that will ever be interested in you long term will hopefully remember your face.
If I could give young women one piece of advice, it is to listen to older women. Men like to convince us that older women, they just don't know anything. They're jaded, they're this, they're that. No. Older women know. They know. They have lived. They have experiences. The reason that men don't like to deal with older women is because older women have that experience. They're no longer naive. They're no longer young and trusting. Not just going to hang on to every word that you say. They're actually going to hold you to your word. So if you want to take advice from anyone, take advice from an older woman. An older woman has lived. She has been in your shoes. You're asking your friends, what do your, no offense. I love my friends. I know you love your friends, but what do your friends know? This is the blind leading the blind. Go and take advice from older women if you want to get somewhere in life. It could even be someone that's like 4 or 5 years older than you. She's at least a little bit ahead of you in life to where she knows things you don't. I'm not saying you can't learn from people that are your age or that you're even younger than you. You absolutely can. But there are some things that are priceless. Experience is one of them. Experience, having the knowledge on how to handle things. Why would you sit around and make your own mistakes? Why would you do that? And don't tell me, oh my God, but you learn from your mistakes. Some people get traumatized from their mistakes with irreparable damage to their lives because of their mistakes. Why would you put yourself in that position? Learn from older women. They have a wealth of knowledge to give us and to offer us.
In most cases, maybe. In some other cases, misery loves company. Older women, and this is only white women, make 58% of adults who have used antidepressants for at least 5 years. Obviously, I'm not saying don't listen to your elders because they have more life experience, and this is coming from someone who's older. So I guess what I'm trying to say is be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you go to for advice. If someone who's older has been on 1,000 failed dates, maybe don't take dating advice from them. If they've been divorced, I don't know, 8 times, don't take marriage advice from them. Go to someone who's been married for 20 years if you're looking for marriage advice. Go to someone who's been on 5 dates and found themselves a long-term relationship. Or if you're looking for any type of advice in general, don't ever look for advice on TikTok.
Getting the ungettable guy, the player, the one who's non-committal. Now, you often and mostly don't want that guy, but truth be told, many of those guys are the ones that lock down hard when they do. They fall hard. I'm thinking of some that you would even know of in the world who were big bachelors, fell hard. So know that every dog has his day. Some of them are the rusty guy in the club 30 years later with the old man's overbite, dancing to rapper's delight, and it's not a good look. So you have to be able to have a discerning palate to know the difference. If someone's a diamond in the rough, they have potential, okay? So this guy, that I met, I didn't remember meeting him. I met him twice, didn't remember meeting him. Why I know this is because I was out at a restaurant and he said to me, I've met you twice. This is the third time and you forgot my name again.
Yeah, and this will be 3 minutes later.
Because it was about self-worth and confidence, and I'm not accepting less than what I deserve.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Be careful who you listen to. Get the ungettable guy, get the player, get the F-boy, because when they lock down, they lock down hard. And if they don't with you, you wasted your entire life chasing the ungettable guy. Listen to older women. Well, if you want to end up just like her, then you should listen to her. You want to be in your 50s still chasing the ungettable guy, then what's left to say other than you go queen?
Be ready for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years for the change about when it comes to dating and age gaps for women especially. We've been so used to having older men date younger women for generations, right? And it's always been acceptable. Whereas when it comes to a woman who's older dating a younger man, it's barely been acceptable. And maybe you know people that have been in this situation already, and some people will make comments and you know, remarks about it. Like it's not society's standard of what it should be, right? It's kind of like a weird concept that an older woman could be with a younger man. Well, the next 10 plus years, within that time, it's going to go boom. So many more couples are going to be accepted into society and accepted for having this type of dynamic. So there's definitely going to be a shift in this. And the reason for this is that a lot of women who are older are going to gravitate more towards the younger generational men because of their emotional acceptance. They're able to open up emotionally. They're emotionally available, or their emotional intelligence is open. They want to learn. They want to please their woman. They want to explore. And a lot of women are kind of over the older generational men, and there's a reason for this, and this is not all men.
Well, maybe not all men, but it's still me. I'm sorry, but I had to increase the speed of the video because I was getting bored out of my mind. We're gonna see older women in relationships with younger men, sure, but outside of the trust me bro moment, what else you got? We're gonna see that because older women will want younger men because emotional damage. That's great, but you've said nothing about why would younger men want to be in relationships with older women. Let me guess, because unicorns are real.
So the reason we self-sabotage is because we want something else to blame for us not getting to our desire, not making progress, other than making the painful decision of looking at things that we need to change in our life.
No, they self-sabotage because they listen to you. Let me show you.
You should never say anything that puts you in a disempowering position or that goes against whatever result or desired outcome that you want in your life. I don't care if you have no money, you don't say that I am broke, because what the hell are you telling your brain?
Send signals to my body to go outside and make some money. Basically what you said in your first video. Stop being lazy and stop blaming everyone else for your own failures.
Do I look too hot for a first date right now? Like, I don't know this person. But like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. And by me, I mean him.
And I'm sure he's gonna enjoy you every second for that whole hour. But to still answer your question, you don't look too hot, you look too easy.
So I was just walking around the town and this like elderly man came up to me. He's like, "Hey, are you single?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sir, unfortunately I am." He gives me his business card. And in my head I'm thinking, this is absolutely genius. I mean, maybe I need to make a business card so the next time I see a fine dime, slide it to him. Slide it. You know? Kind of genius. Or is it desperate? Or should I never do it? Or absolutely do it and print 1,000?
Absolutely do it. Make a business card for a mortuary company so you have a place for your hopes and dreams.
Then you got Miss Skip to my Lou over here. I don't know what the she doing, but she gotta chill.
Hey, whatever she's doing, she's in a gym. Or at least I think she knows she's in a gym. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.